Another one of those games where you push, they push, and you find a solution to push through at the end.
Yeah, it was a good road game. I thought we did a good job of playing a good road game tonight. I thought we could have scored in a couple more looks. Pretty low event on their end. They had a couple in the third, but other than that, there was a moment where they pushed a little bit in the second, and Sibbo sticking up for the team like that and fighting one of the toughest guys in the league and doing very well. He's got some balls, and it drug us into the fight, and I thought we had a good third.
It looked like after that event, the team really got jacked up about it.
Yeah, 100%. I mean, that's no slouch over there. That's one of the toughest guys, and obviously Sibbo Sam showing that he's right in that group of fighters. So not even that. Everybody played just a solid road game today. We took care of the puck. It was kind of a greasy game. It wasn't really super exciting, I don't think, but finding a way to win on the road, against teams in your conference is huge. So, we're happy to keep going.
And greasy games mean good defensive games. Talk about how well this team is playing defensively.
Yeah, it seems like when we do give something up, it's from, for the most part, not the big ones. We're letting the goalies see half the net as much as we can, and when our breakdowns, obviously we got two hell of a goalie in Chesty and Quickie, so we're we have tons of confidence back there when we do, but we've done a good job of having a lot of layers and sticks in the middle of the rink. So we just got to keep doing that, and we got to get over it quickly and reset for tomorrow.
Was that part of the conversation coming out of Tampa, just kind of tightening up a little bit?
Listen, we're playing against Nikita Kucherov and Pointer, and it's like they're going to get their looks, right? But I don't want to overthink it too much. There was a lot of transition against those guys. They created a lot. I thought tonight we played probably a more solid game tonight than we did in Tampa. But like I said, we're finding ways to win on the road.
All right, let's talk about the big moment in the game, and took a lot of guts and certainly created a buzz.
For sure, I think they were having a good pushback there and trying to stir it up. And I know Olivier fought him a couple of times, and he's an honest player. I like his game a lot, and he's doing what he can to spark his team. And I think we've done a good job as a team here, sticking up for each other. And that's just part of what it takes to be a good team.
Did you sense that outside of the X's and O's, they were looking to do something that was going to change the momentum of the game?
For sure, yeah. I think there was, a few plays there that were maybe borderline penalties that, they're towing the line a little bit and, starting some scrums. And, that's part of the game. Teams are going to do that, especially at home. Try to get their crowd into it, try to create some energy in the building. So, it's something that we have to match anytime that happens and stick up for each other. And, so far we've done a great job of that.
How gratifying is it a win when you win a game like you did in Tampa and then win a different style of game like this one?
Yeah, they're all huge, yeah. I think we like where we're at, as far as being able to play different styles of games, whether it's, teams that want to play run and gun or teams that are, looking to just shut it down. So tonight was a good example. They're a good team over there. They're a, young team that's emerging and looking to, have a good year. And I think, it was a close game for the most part. And Igor was great for us when we needed him. And, our guys stepped up huge when we needed them, especially in the shootout.